The vote to leave has been called the most significant action in British politics since World War II. But why should Americans care? Local financial professional Paul Durso from Durso Capital, here to tell us how this vote could affect the U.S. in both good and bad ways. Thank you for coming in.
You're welcome.
You've been talking about this a lot the past couple days, you say, right?
Yes, this is a big topic.
And we should take a breath, though, right? I mean, this is a big deal, but not necessarily the huge deal and calamity that people are, saying that it could be and feeling like it might be.
Well, right now, all we know is there's a breakup looming. It's going to take years to sort out, and it's like the panic struck overnight. People reacted, but we don't know the end result.
How it could actually play out. Well, let's talk about how it could, and specifically here within the U.S. We start here with stocks. What can we see there? Well,
it's kind of too late to say don't panic. The market fell bad on Friday.
Yeah.
It's the single worst monetary loss in one day. But, at this point, if you don't have holdings that are directly affected to the Brexit, I don't know if you need to do anything. But if you do, I would consider some alternate strategies.
Which, when you say if you do, and people who are affected more than others, I mean, if you look at ages even, I know my folks are in town, they're a whole lot more worried about this than my husband and I are, because they are retirement age. Does that, I mean, that I assume affects who should do things and who maybe should kind of absorb a little bit of the shock, right?
Well, at this point, it's been such a massive reaction quickly. If you haven't reacted yet, I don't know if it'd be in your best interest to react, whether you're close to retirement or far away. Take a deep breath, let the dust settle before making a reaction.
See how it plays out a little bit. What about interest rates here? This made the dollar stronger.
Yeah, well, this is a good thing because a few months ago, the Federal Reserve came out and said we're going to raise rates in July. Now they said we're not. So it's favorable as a result of the Brexit vote.
Okay. When you talk tourism,
that's great.
Good time to go visit,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah.
The British pound dropped to 1985 value. So if you're going to plan a trip over to Europe, now's the time. So
now's the time to do it.
It got cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. What about trade? Trade and business are the final two that you listed. What do we need to know about that?
Okay, so because of their economy and what's going to happen through this shakeout, businesses are going to have to reevaluate the value of having a headquarter or a corporation there. With trade, the U.S. is a $1 trillion investor in the UK. All of their bargaining agreements and trade agreements have to get renegotiated. That's a big talking point of, is that going to be in our benefit or theirs? We'll see, but at this point, there's a lot on the table that has to get negotiated.
So, I mean, the moral of the story here is try not to freak out as much as you're able to. Keep things in perspective. You made a good point, too. If we look in terms of a global economy and we look at recent past history, it should give us some good perspective as well, right?
Absolutely. China, Greece, there were bad situations that did not negatively affect our economy. Here's a situation that they don't have any of that baggage. They've made some decisions. Personally, I don't know if we need to panic like we're all panicking right now.
Well, then hopefully we'll stop panicking and start listening to you. Paul Durso, Capital, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.